Before an enterprise scales AI, it needs an honest baseline. Are governance, security, compliance, trust, operations, people, processes, and technology truly ready? In this topic, we turn those questions into a practical maturity assessment that helps guide transformation priorities. We have moved from why AI changes the enterprise into risk, security, compliance, and trust. Now we bring those threads together. Module 7 turns that knowledge into an assessment of readiness, maturity, and where transformation should begin. Enterprise AI readiness is more than a checklist of tools or pilots. It is the organization's capacity to use AI safely, legally, and reliably across real business operations. The technical foundation matters, but so do people, skills, processes, controls, governance, identity, trust, monitoring, and sustainability. A strong assessment exposes where scale could fail, such as unclear ownership, weak controls, poor data, unmanaged risk, or limited oversight. The goal is confident adoption, not experimentation alone. AI transformation should begin with evidence, not with the most exciting use case. A disciplined assessment reveals current capabilities, risks, dependencies, and constraints before major investments are made. That baseline helps leaders separate quick wins from fragile areas that need modernization first. Without it, visible AI projects can sit on weak foundations and create security gaps, compliance exposure, operational failures, and reputational damage. Assessment turns ambition into a sequenced, accountable roadmap. Principle 2 is not throw out your controls, it is prove they still work. Access control, logging, data classification, change management, incident response, vendor risk, and audit evidence may all look mature on paper. But AI changes the failure modes. A control built for human clicks may fail when an agent takes action. A privacy review may miss prompt leakage. The real test is control effectiveness against AI scenarios, with clear ownership across product, risk, security, and business teams. A useful AI readiness assessment moves from evidence to decisions. First, inventory active use cases, data flows, platforms, owners, policies, and audit signals. Then score maturity across governance, security, compliance, data, identity, trust, operations, and culture. The key is validation. Test controls against realistic AI scenarios, not just written standards. The output should be practical: a gap register, maturity heat map, risk view, and roadmap, so leaders know what to fix first. AI maturity is not a scorecard for bragging rights. It translates readiness into observable capability. Each level should show what the organization can actually do, how repeatable the process is, how effective the controls are, and whether performance is measured. Scores should be supported by evidence from artifacts, interviews, metrics, validation, and testing. Most importantly, maturity should point to the next best investment. Different domains will advance at different speeds depending on risk and value. Readiness works as a balanced operating model. People define ownership, skills, accountability, and risk awareness. Process turns good intent into repeatable intake, review, approval, governance, and incident response. Technology provides the platforms, integrations, observability, and secure architecture needed to run AI safely. Controls make the system trustworthy through prevention, detection, correction, and fallback options. Readiness exists when capability, control effectiveness, and repeatability work together. The assessment starts with discovery. Build a complete inventory of where AI is used, planned, or embedded: approved platforms, SaaS features, RAG pipelines, agents, APIs, data stores, models, vendors, and decision workflows. Just as important, look for shadow AI and unmanaged data movement. Then connect each item to a business owner, process, risk tier, regulatory exposure, and evidence. That map shows where deeper technical and control review is needed. Modernization should be driven by exposure. Compare each use case against business value, regulatory impact, security risk, control gaps, and current maturity. High-risk areas with weak controls need urgent remediation or limited deployment. Low-risk, high-value cases can scale sooner and help the organization learn. The point is simple. Assessment results should drive funding, sequencing, and executive decisions, not vendor hype or internal enthusiasm. AI does not make existing controls irrelevant. It makes them incomplete. The modernization pattern starts with the traditional control baseline, then revalidates it against AI-specific failure modes, prompt abuse, data leakage, unsafe outputs, agent actions, and third-party model dependencies. From there, the control stack is updated with stronger identity, change management, monitoring, and evidence capture. The shift is from periodic documentation to operating controls, tested through red teaming, model evaluation, and clear escalation ownership. Readiness depends on knowing exactly who or what is acting. That includes people, devices, workloads, APIs, and autonomous agents. Each needs clear authorization boundaries, well-managed credentials, protected secrets, and governed keys and certificates. Trust also extends to the content AI uses and produces, including provenance, verification, and defenses against impersonation or deepfakes. Finally, readiness should anticipate change, with cryptographic agility and a plan for post-quantum security. Policies are only part of readiness. The enterprise also has to prove they work. Start by mapping each AI system to the laws, standards, sector obligations, and internal controls that apply. Then check whether evidence is current. Approvals, testing results, risk decisions, data lineage, model changes, and monitoring records. Strong programs track freshness, control coverage, and unresolved high-risk findings, so assurance can withstand both internal audit and regulator scrutiny. Assessment only matters when it changes how the enterprise works. Turn maturity gaps into concrete initiatives: governance forums, funding models, delivery ownership, controls, operating metrics, and accountable roles. Then sequence the roadmap pragmatically. Stabilize the basics, modernize the control and platform environment, and scale what proves valuable. Prioritization should balance risk, dependencies, business value, and readiness, so executives see not just gaps, but a credible path to AI at scale. Readiness turns governance concepts into execution. It assesses people, processes, technology, controls, compliance, identity, trust, and operations, then revalidates controls against AI-era risks. Use maturity findings to prioritize investments, not just assign a score. From there, convert findings into roadmaps, operating models, and continuous governance. Assess first, modernize deliberately, and scale responsibly.